Our Region's Business is sponsored by PNC for the achiever in you. Welcome to Our Region's Business with your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on Our Region's Business, a new kind of grid, one dedicated to workforce development across our region's energy industries. Plus, lessons learned from one of our region's pioneers in green building and energy efficiency. But first, Williams deepens its roots in our region. The company got its start in the oil and gas pipeline business in Arkansas more than a century ago. It's actually been operating here in our region for more than 50 years. But now, with the growth of the region's shale gas industry, Williams is expanding here. Jim Scheel's Senior Vice President of Northeast G&P for Williams, where he oversees operations in Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, and New York. And welcome. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, Williams, probably not a household name in our region, but you've had a presence here for a long time.
Yes, Transco's been in Pennsylvania for over 50 years, taking gas out of Pennsylvania and moving it into the New York and the Eastern Seaboard. But in 2009, we've really grown our presence here. We bought one of our first gathering and processing companies, Laurel Mountain Midstream, in 2009. Started out with about 150 employees at that time. Today, we're over 750 people in the area working to develop the Marcellus and Utica shales.
Okay, so the way you got the drilling and you got the end users somewhere, and in the middle, is that where Williams lives?
That's exactly right. We're connecting that producer, the folks who drill. We connect them with the markets. So we're connecting the very best supply with the very best markets.
Now, are these more long distance, or are you actually operating kind of within the region to move the gas around as well?
Well, we have the gathering, so we take gas from the wellhead, we process the gas, which means we remove the liquids and get those to market, and then we move the gas into the final markets, or to the LDCs. So we have the interstate pipelines that also take that to the Eastern Seaboard, where we're seeing a lot of power generation growth. Over 50 gigawatts of new power demand is coming that's being supplied by the Marcellus and Utica shales.
Wow, so Marcellus really is a whole new world.
It really is. You know, 10 years ago we had no idea about the great potential of the resource here in Pennsylvania. If you think about the Marcellus Shale today, it's really arguably about the second largest gas-bearing formation in the world. Wow. I mean, it has legs. And if you looked at the production coming out of the Marcellus Utica region, and if it was a country, it would be the third largest producer of natural gas in the world.
That's pretty remarkable, and the whole thing has just seemed to blossom in the last few years.
Well, it is. It's really leading an American resurgence in energy production. It's fantastic to be part of this great renaissance of production of power, gas, liquids, all coming from this great American resource.
Yeah, and from talking with folks in the industry, I think one of the barriers has been having the infrastructure to move the gas. Do you see that being addressed?
Well, you know, that is a big piece of it, and Williams is here to help connect that supply to that best market. We're spending $100 million a month in this area right now.
What's the number again?
$100 million a month.
100 million with an M. 100 million a month.
$3 million a day.
$3 million a day.
$1.2 billion a year is what we spent this year on infrastructure in the area.
Just in the Marcellus Shale footprint to move and process the gas. That's extraordinary.
It is extraordinary. We've had a great opportunity to bring really fantastic jobs. You know, of our 750 folks here, our payroll is about $77 million a year, and we're adding people every day.
Are you feeling any pressure? Is the industry feeling any pressure? Because the price of oil is so low, the price of gas is so low. Is the industry still moving forward?
Well, it is. It is. This is one of the most cost-effective areas in the world to be drilling for natural gas, and so we see continued increases. Today, we're at about 15 BCF a day of gas production, and we plan on adding about 1 BCF a day. As we look forward, we'll be adding 5 BCF a day of production in this area by 2020. So it's really an exciting time and continued growth.
But you say, and the market's developing to absorb all this gas?
Absolutely. We're building more takeaway capacity. That really is the big constraint, is getting the ability to move the gas from this production area to the markets. And as I mentioned, there is so much new power demand. The demand for clean energy is really coming. In Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio are all here to serve that growth.
So the markets could be industrial markets all around this area, but as well as the power generation market. You say especially in the east this is becoming
That's exactly right. We're helping drive the clean energy production that America's demanding.
And what about the talent side? You've expanded a lot. Are you able to find the people you need to keep up with all of this?
You know, that always is a challenge, and we're working with community colleges to get the types of folks that we need. Again, we need engineers, we need technicians, and we have 160 open positions as we think about our growth over the course of the next year and a half that we're going to need to fill, bringing in the right kind of talent.
160 positions, but I imagine a lot of them technical.
Yeah, very much
another,
so.
Right?
Very much so. We're looking for many technical, both from an engineering perspective, but also from an operations perspective. Field operations is a big issue as we continue to grow our assets.
So you need people, what, with some training beyond high school that can go out there and work in the field and make this industry. It's not all four-year engineering degrees.
That's
right?
exactly right. We need electricians. We need mechanics. Those are the types of folks who are maintaining our engines, putting together the telemetry that we have to monitor our systems.
Yeah, you know, being here in the region, of course, we have a huge history of expertise in this industry and those kinds of skills, but there's some skepticism. I think a lot of folks here wonder, yeah, but is this industry really here for the long haul? Should I tell my kid to get into these energy fields, or is this something that's going to go away before too long?
Well, I tell you, America really has been leading the resurgence of energy production across the world, really. This area will begin feeding, as we see gas exports from the United States, it's going to begin supplying the world with their energy needs. This area does have legs. I had to do some math about this the other day, and there's more gas in the Marcellus, Utica area than we knew existed in the country just 10 years ago. And that's by an order of magnitude. The new technologies that have come from hydrofracking as well as directional drilling have really unlocked almost a limitless resource potential for this area in order to continue production for the foreseeable future. 50 years from now, this will still be a great place for energy production.
50 years, so moms and grandmoms can tell their kids and grandkids there's a career here for you.
Yes, I'm going to retire here. I'm looking forward to my ongoing stint here working in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
All right, well, Jim Scheel from Williams, thank you so much. Continued success. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next up, it's great to have abundant sources of energy, but it's just as good business to use energy as efficiently as possible. We'll share lessons learned from one of our region's green building pioneers. Stay with us.